There we go. Here's a little, just do a showing here of what I got going. It's a little cylinder for 22 revolver. It's a RG, I believe. And whenever you'd fire it, the cases were getting jammed in there. The ejector was very hard to release, and so I've got this chucked up here, and I'm running this sporting reamer down through each one. I've got the ejector fastened on there to where it's getting reamed as well, and we're just cleaning up the edges there on a lot of these rim fires, right where the hammer or the firing pin hits on that rim. You can get some deformation in your chamber, in your barrel, whatever the gun happens to be. You can get it around the edge, and it'll actually dig itself into that case. And so there's a lot of ways to get rid of them. I prefer just taking the chamber reamer and doing it this way, but you got to be very careful. It is not something to be taken lightly, or you don't want to be cavalier about doing this because you can really damage something. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to rotate this around, and I can do every other one because of the length of that reamer sticking out. I've got to index the cylinder within the chuck at a certain point. And this is a floating reamer holder here. Let's see what we've got. I might have to go blow my nose, I believe. Alright, we got a little angle there. So we'll move us on around. Go blow my damn nose. Alright. So we'll get our reamer started in there. Add a little bit of Viper's venom. High sulfur content cutting fluid. Make sure we're lined up good. Appears that we are. Everything a good look. Alright, we'll move to our next one. And yes, this is just loose on the ways. And that because what I'm doing here, it's alright if it's not secured super tight. I mean, everything on this setup here floats, so it'll be fine. If I was worried about that, I would have had a different system set up here. We'll lock that in for a second here. I think we're going to go down again. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think we'll hit that with another pass. And again, you know, this is all stuff that could be done by hand, even. So, that just further illustrates why I'm not making this Johnny Precision. And I am plunging to a particular point with the mill. I'm not just eyeballing it. So we are going down to a certain point and stopping. So, now that we've done that, we'll take this and I'm going to unchuck it, index this where these are in line with my jaws, because that means that they'll have a path for the nose of this plunger to go on down through, and we will do the other three. We're going to go back on those same three, and I'm going to plunge down about 1,000th more. That looks better. Now, we're throwing cutting fluid everywhere because I knocked it over. All right. Perfect. 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 Yeah. Don't smoke crack. Crack kills, kids. Is it a live round? Yes, it's a live round. Oh, you're being unsafe. Shut up. Safety Sally. go. That is what we needed. Do this other one. And the reason I'm even bothering to index it is just so I can keep it straight. I don't want to slide this thing around my ways any more than I have to. Okay, so we'll get that out of there and inspect it. See how we're doing. And we'll go from there. Couple areas that hadn't quite cleaned up. I don't know how well you can see down in there. Couple of areas haven't cleaned up, so we're gonna put it in and run it again, and we'll just keep doing this until we get it where it's clean. If you go too far, oh no, live ammo. If you go too far, you'll get those cases where they sit down too far down in there. So there's a fine line there between being able to repair it properly or not. You can see here on the extractor where it's cutting that metal there. So a lot of things going on at once there.